turn.
Larson hard into the wall. It looks like the front right and the rear of that car. Did you see everything happen there, Junior?
Yeah, when I saw Kyle, he was already sideways. Looks like he got loose on the on the exit of the tunnel. Maybe some contact with outside wall before he slid down in the inside wall, making contact there, hard contact. He's trying to get the car moving here. Slid back up into the groove. We are on board that car, so we'll have some great footage here. We'll see as he drives down into the tunnel. Got to carry that throttle, and the car's just too loose. You can see corrects it, gets into the wall with the right rear. Popping tires, hitting the inside fence. The scary part was here, sliding back up into oncoming traffic right in the racing groove. Luckily, everybody was able to avoid. But that's the trouble about running here, or the pressure, I guess, for these drivers, is they have to carry so much throttle through this tunnel turn, and you have to trust that that grip is going to be there. That car is going to be hooked up.
And it looks like he's back to full power right there on the yellow line of the apron, but then it looks like the car starts to take off, back end starts to kick out, and he's trying to hang on. The wall kept him from going around, but the problem with that is it broke his right rear, and then obviously some damage on the left front too, Junior.
So amazing these guys are having trouble, you know, with these cars getting loose. And I think it just shows how treacherous and how out of the racetrack, how slick and hard these cars are to drive. You know, we thought with the extra downforce throughout this season.
To the bottom. 3 wide for third, and Friesen is going around the first corner of the first lap, and Stuart Friesen suffers significant damage in that left rear.
Got hit.
Talk about that playoff cut line.
Friesen's spin.
He got himself in a bind. He went in the corner low because of that dive move he made on the straightaway. And when you go in low, it takes away your angle, and it makes the turn sharper. He had those wheels cut, truck on his outside. The truck just got away from him.
Bottom of 3 wide. We talk about guys being side by side and losing the air off that rear spoiler. Worst possible scenario for Stuart Friesen, bottom of 3 wide.
I thought right there he had a chance to keep it out of the wall. Unfortunately, Alfredo came along.
Stuart Friesen had 4.
Here.
See how tight his angle is?
Bottom 3. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on.
2 pretty significant hits. One with Alfredo, one with the outside wall. Able to make that 3 wide pass work.
Oh, and another one has gone around, and this time it's Brian Doza in the 28. So we had talked to plenty of the crew chiefs downstairs earlier today.
3 and 4, maybe 5 wide. I think we just delivered on that promise.
No, Sheldon Creed into the wall.
Sheldon Creed was running 4th, and he's one of the drivers battling for a playoff spot. Somehow saved it and continues to roll, but he's got some pretty good damage. A couple of Thor Sport teammates, 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, Burton comes off turn 3 and heading across the line. The stage 2 winner is Harrison Burton. His first stage win of the season. Ross Chastain wins for the 3rd time this season, victorious at Pocono.
Good job, yeah!
You can't give...
Hell of a job, everybody. This one's for you, Nick. Hardball.
With both of them this weekend, and they're loving it. Whoa! Allgaier in the wall there. How high is too high, right?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that he's kind of taking it to the next level with everybody.
And now we hear Austin Cindric has trouble. Yes, hard in the wall. There's something on the track, maybe.
Or did he possibly have a cut a tire?
Or help. The rear end of that car is pushed in pretty hard.
Confident.
Yeah, look at what happened to the 22. Dale, Hall of Fame experience right here. I think you're right on that right front tire.
He's already had a right front tire go down off of turn 4 there, I believe, and
nowhere for the 9 of
had really nowhere to go right at that point in time, except into the back of him. Brandon Jones pretty good up on that top side. He's been really solid at the start of this race in this first stage as it comes to an end.
And there it is, Christopher Bell with his 12th stage win of the season, most ever in an Xfinity Series season. Running together here. Herbst on the inside, a little nerf from the 39 of Sieg.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
And now Herbst is going to be around. That car hard to control, and Riley lost control of it. Caution is out. Clements can't avoid.
Got the worse for wear here.
There's a wall of air you like to lean on for that right rear, correct?
Yeah, you can see it just gets down on the door there. And if you're that car on the inside and you continue to try to carry that speed into the corner, easy to lose control.
Ray Black in the 07 able to check up. Doesn't look like he got any damage. And look at Michael Annette scooting away on the top side in the black and orange #1. Oh, Clements just didn't have a shot.
Yeah, just know where to go. You've already made your commitment down into the corner.
Another look at it here. Again, the air taken off by the outside car, and Herbst just immediately found his car spinning.
Yeah, just things that you learn as a young driver, you know, in the sport. You hear about it, but till you get yourself in that situation, you know, you don't know exactly.
Allgaier's going to rethink this, DJ. I'm going to do something different here this time.
Well, he's just waiting to see if Zane Smith's going to be able to pull this off, or can he take this spot away once they get side by side.
All this happening with Allgaier in 10th on the final lap of stage 2. Justin Allgaier would like to get more stage points than 1. See what he can do. Right now he's in a position to just take 1, and that's what he's going to have to settle
somewhere
with.
Along the way.
Caution on the track. And it's the 0-0 of Cole Custer up in the wall. And what did we just say? Goal #1 now as you're coming through the field. Don't bend up that race car. Here's what happened. Down the backstretch, coming up on Ryan Vargas in the 15. Oh, that's mechanical, Dale. 7th place, Riley Herbst. 8th place, Noah Gragson. Michael Annette around off of turn #2, and that brings out the caution with 50 laps to go at Iowa. Just can't hold it there.
Yeah, that's all. That little higher. That's up in the marbles there, as you can see that rubber build up there, and just got out from under him. And then as he locked it down, blew out a couple of tires. Did manage to keep it off of the safer barrier down there on the inside.
Yep. Finished just before that. He was running 12th, and it got away from him. Frustrating end to his day. You saw in nonstop not just this spin, a lot of great racing action as well. Fresher tires in the 23. Trouble for Brandon Brown in the 86, and that'll bring out the caution.
That is not what John Hunter wanted at all. He had Christopher Bell on the ropes right there.
Screen there. Boom. Drivers behind him trying to find a way by, Dale.
Yeah, did a nice job. He did a great job of getting down out of the groove, but these other drivers navigating through there without any things right now. Oh, see some cars going to pit road there.
How about that? Maybe somebody does have something left.
Well, they've got fresher tires for sure.
So would,
a little incident there.
That was Dylan Bassett coming to pit road. I believe he's caught the sweeper truck. Unbelievable. Tyler Reddick, Justin Allgaier.
See right here, going to go right in.
Tries to avoid it the last second. Haley was on pit road as well, and he's proving what a talent he could be.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier that it just shows that improvement week in and week out, that he's becoming better, understanding this racing even more. And on a difficult racetrack, got the job done.
Can you say burn it down?
Yeah.
Chase puts the state of Indiana on the map in the winner's circle today. Just 24 years old. We start the day saying names can be made here. I think this is a name you're going to hear from for a long time in NASCAR.
For that position, but Kyle Busch comes out of turn 3, looking at the front stretch. He will see the green and white checkered. He wins stage 1 at Pocono.
Stopped on the racetrack off turn 3, trying to get to pit road. Caution's out.
Caution is out. Hard damage to the right side of that car. He was running 6th.
Right front tire.
There, you heard it. Blew a right front tire.
In the wall, you can see drives in the corner. Just early contact. Really hard impact for Chase Elliott. It's crazy the impact, the sound, what it felt like This stand actually shook a little bit when he made contact.
Oh, 41's going to drift up a little bit. He's loose. They're in the fence. Ryan Blaney's in the wall of the back straightaway.
Oh, Ryan Blaney has done a nice job of recovering, but then he's got damage. You see Suarez has damage on his right rear. A lot of smoke on Suarez. Some of those cars going to head to pit road. Blaney's spinning in 3. He's against the wall, not heavy contact.
Got a wreck behind you, 3.
The 41, before this, the 41 dove down in the corner and got loose. Got up into the 12. That carried both those guys up the track and into the fence. And obviously, you see the damage and the smoke.
Yeah, you see Blaney right into the back. He's got a tire down. See the car wiggling, ends up spinning out, which actually was a break for Blaney. A little bit of contact, but not bad. That caution came out, actually helped him and Suarez. Without that, they're going to have to pit on the green with damage. So the caution was beneficial to them. All these guys scattered. Look at this. Look at this. Look at what happens with all these people trying to get around them. This crazy action. It's easy to forget they're running about 180, 185 mile an hour over there. Driving like they're on a short track.
And the timing of when the caution came out was very close for Kyle Busch, who, when the caution comes out, it closes pit road.
Oh, they look to build on that. Ryan Preece is up and into the wall. Hard contact for Preece, who came into turn number 1 sideways and slammed into the safer barrier. Right side is demolished. Back end demolished as well. Solo car trip into the wall. Ryan Preece in trouble here in Pocono.
47, you heard Bagley call it. Loose down into the corner. Man, a big slide and a huge impact.
That was absolutely massive when he came in there, and he just nailed that safer barrier right there. He rode it for a moment, but the right side is done. That car is done, and what a hard contact. And this is how it looked for where I was standing here. All of a sudden, I happened to look over and like, whoa, where's the button? There we found the button, and it was Ryan Preece. That was the reason for the caution flag. Took us totally off guard. Didn't expect that to happen. But when it did, it was big, as they tend to be here in one. Eric Jones across the nose of Truex. The 20 to the inside, and there's still 3, 4, 5 wide mid-pack.
Oh, we got cars in the fence on the back straightaway. Kurt Busch hard in the wall. They were 3 or 4 wide out there. Looks like Stenhouse is being held. Oh, Kurt's wrecking the car. Kurt's in the fence. 34's in the fence. Looks like he blew a tire and just lost control of the car. Got into 34, turned him around. Wild action on that restart. So here's contact with the wall. And that will cut the tire down right here. Or, yeah, either that or he just gets turned by the 17. I believe he had a flat tire as well. And that takes the 34 McDowell along for the ride. There he is. Yeah, so I think Stenhouse was the first one in the fence. With all those cars side by side there, not enough room. Yeah, Kurt Busch squeezing the 17 into the wall. And look at here, maybe the 17, a little angry with that. Turns him into McDowell. Almost flips the 34 car. That temper's flaring here on these restarts. I think we're going to get another one just like that. More angry drivers at the end of it.
More angry than that?
Yeah, I mean, this is for all the marbles right here, and this is going on in the back of the pack for whatever 20th, 25th place. So you can imagine how angry you'd be if you was up front and this went on.
Well, the 41 of Daniel Suarez also receiving a penalty for a restart violation.
Still middle 4 right. Still 4. Still 4.
And the issue there is you can't lift.
Still inside.
You know, with the way the rules are, if Kurt lifts for what's happening around him, he's going to lose so many spots down this next straightaway. He has to stay in the gas and hope that things are going to sort themselves out. And obviously they didn't, as 14 came up the racetrack, kind of gave him no choice but to move up the racetrack as well. And that was all bad for Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yeah, the one put the 17 in the wall, and then we saw right behind him, Eric Jones looking for his first ever win in the Cup Series. But Denny Hamlin is going to be the spoiler today